Most Singaporeans choose investment properties based on the wrong criteria and it's costing them hundreds of thousands in profits. Hi, I'm Agatha, and over the past 7 years of helping families with their property investments, I've seen people make the same expensive mistake over and over again. Let me show you exactly what I mean with 2 examples that may surprise you. Suites at Paya Lebar sounds fancy, right? Just 99 units freehold property. Most people would think, wow, freehold, small development, must be exclusive and must make money. The Minton, 1,145 units, 99 years leasehold. Most people would think, so many units, not exclusive, leasehold some more. But here's what actually happened. Suites at Paya Lebar, the exclusive freehold property, highest recorded profit, $124,000. The Minton, the common leasehold property, highest recorded profit, $587,000. The same time period, 463,000 difference in profit. So what makes the difference? And most importantly, how do you make sure you choose the right property for your first investment? That's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Before we talk about what to look out for, let's talk about the price range that actually makes sense for most Singaporeans making their first investment property purchase. Based on my experience with tens of clients, the sweet spot is $1.8 million to $2.3 million. Now, I know what you must be thinking, Agatha, that sounds like a lot of money. But let me show you why this is actually possible. For a $1.8 million property, you need about $13,000 household income to be comfortable. That's $6,500 each for a couple. While not everyone is in this range, many of my clients who are working professionally easily fit into this category. For a $2.3 million property, you need about $17,000 household income. That's $8,500 each. Still very reasonable for people in their 30s and 40s. But it's not just about affordability. This price range performs because, first, it's accessible for most upgraders. You are not competing with only the super rich. There's a good pool of potential buyers when you want to sell. Second, properties in this range have strong appreciation potential. They are substantial enough to benefit from Singapore's land scarcity, but not so expensive that they are out of reach for most people. Third, good liquidity. When you're ready to sell, there are plenty of buyers looking in this range. Now, you might be thinking, but Agatha, what if I can afford more? What if I can only afford less? Look, if you can afford more, great. But don't assume expensive automatically means better returns. Some of the most expensive properties in prime location are actually making losses right now. If you can afford less, that's okay too. But below $1.5 million, you might be looking at older properties or smaller units that don't appreciate as well. But here's the thing, even if you get the price range right, you can still lose hundreds of thousands if you make these common mistakes. Let me share the 3 biggest mistakes I see people make when choosing their first investment property. And I'm going to use real examples so you can see exactly how much these mistakes cost. Mistake number 1, choosing freehold over entry price. Here's what most people don't get. Entry price is way more important than whether it's freehold or leasehold. Let me give you a perfect example. Clementi Woods need to take bus to the MRT, not even near Central. But you know what? People make money there. Why? Because the average price in that area was 510 PSF and they launched at 500 to 600 PSF, close to the market price. Reasonable entry point. Compare that to Scott Square. Yeah, it's freehold, it's near MRT, but the average PSF back then was $1,700 and they were launching at 3,800 PSF, way above the market. So freehold or not, doesn't matter if you're paying too much to get in. Entry price is everything. Mistake number 2, ignoring transaction volume. Here's something people never think about, transaction volume. How many units are being bought and sold in that development? And why does it matter? Because more transactions means better liquidity and clearer market pricing. When you want to sell, there's more data, more interest, more activity. Remember Suites at Paya Lebar with just 99 units? Very few transactions. Hard to know what the market price really is. When you want to sell, very few comparable sales. The Minton with 1,145 units, lots of transactions. Clear market pricing. When you want to sell, plenty of recent sales to reference from. Buyers feel more confident because they can see the market activity. So when you're looking at a development, ask how many units are there, how many transactions happen each year. More activity usually means better performance. Mistake number 3, paying premium for views. Let me tell you about a unit I helped sell in Leedon Green. Both high floor, same development. House A, facing the main road, so it's really noisy. Purchase price at $3.7 million. Sold for $4.7 million. Profit $1 million. House B, facing the pool, better view. Purchase price $4.2 million. That's $500,000 more because of the pool view. Sold for $5 million. The profit $800,000. So the pool facing unit cost $500,000 more to buy, but only sold for $300,000 more. Net result $200,000 less profit than the worst view unit that I sold. What's important here is not the facing or the view. What's important is the entry price. The road-facing unit had a better entry price relative to its selling price. Now that you know what mistakes to avoid, let me show you the locations and criteria that actually work. So where should you actually be looking for your first investment property? Focus on OCR outside Central Region, launches with good MRT connectivity. So why OCR? Because it's where most Singaporeans can afford to upgrade to. So you have plenty of potential buyers when you sell. Look for areas with government development plans. Whether it is MRT lines coming, business hub being developed, amenities or infrastructures being built, these areas benefit from long-term appreciation. Or consider established, mature neighborhoods that are ready for upgrading. Areas that are already matured but getting refreshed with more developments. But here's the thing, location is just one factor because you still need to check your fundamentals, your 3-step action plan. Step 1, check the entry price. This is the most important factor. Look at the recent transactions in the area. What's the average PSF? How do the launch prices compare? If it's way above the market, is it wise to get in? Step 2, look at transaction volume. How many units are in the development? How active is the resale market in that area? More transactions means better liquidity when you want to sell. It also means a more predictable market pricing. Step 3, confirm the fundamentals. Transport connections, nearby amenities, future development plans. But remember, good fundamentals don't help if you overpaid to get in. Your next steps. With all this, here's what you can do right now. Look at the upcoming launches and compare their launch prices to recent resale transactions in the area. Remember to look out for developments with at least 250 units so that you have good transaction volume in the future. And don't worry about timing the market perfectly. If you find a property with good entry price, good transaction volume, and solid fundamentals, that's more important than waiting for the perfect time. Look, I've seen too many people miss out on good opportunities because they were waiting for prices to drop or trying to time the market perfectly. The best time to invest is when you find the right property at the right price. If you want me to analyze a specific property you are considering, or if you want help applying all this strategy to your situation, just comment property below and I'll send you my analysis. And if you haven't watched my complete asset elevation model video yet, click here. It shows you the exact roadmap to go from your current property to a $4 million retirement fund through smart property moves. Remember, your first investment property sets the foundation for your entire wealth building journey. Make the wise choice and it can change your financial future. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.